Want to speak real Swedish from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at SwedishPod101.com.
Hi everybody, welcome to SwedishPod101.com. SwedishPod101. It's time to learn some more Swedish. It's summer in Sweden, and so it's a holiday for people who go to school and for most people who work as well. So it's a good time to look into some words and phrases for going back to school. Words and phrases for surviving back to school is the topic of today's class. Let's get started. Ryggsäck. Backpack. Är din ryggsäck tung? Är din ryggsäck tung? Is your backpack heavy? Well, I actually brought a little backpack here. It's not super heavy because I just put it on as a fun thing for this class, so I didn't put much in it, but backpack, ryggsäck. Klasskamrat. Classmate. Jag har en ny klasskamrat. Jag har en ny klasskamrat. I have a new classmate. You might not know this before you go back to school, but people move around, and maybe you'll be happy enough to have a new good friend and a new classmate in your class when you get back to school after the holiday, if you're on holiday. Most Swedish kids are on holiday. Läxa. Homework. Har du gjort klart läxorna? Har du gjort klart läxorna? Did you finish your homework? Since it is holiday, I guess most kids don't have homework and most students don't have homework. I certainly don't have any official homework because I don't study at this point, but there's always things to do that I consider kind of homework that needs to get done. So practicing getting things done even when you don't have to is a good skill that I try to practice, that I relate to homework from school. Tenta. Exam. Jag pluggar inför tentan. Jag pluggar inför tentan. I'm studying for the exam. Actually, the word tenta is for university and higher education. It's not something that kids would use in school, younger kids. It's more like adult education or teenage education. I think the proper word for younger kids would be either test, which you recognize from English, test, or prov, which also means test. That's more like what they would call it. They wouldn't call it tenta. So there's a little insight on some different words that we use in Swedish for exams. Sommarlov. Summer break. Jag längtar efter sommarlovet. Jag längtar efter sommarlovet. I can't wait for summer break. You might have noticed my voice got up a little bit there, like sommarlov, because it's such an amazing thing. Here in Sweden, when you go to school, you have, I think it's like 10 weeks of a break, of a summer holiday during the summer when you're in school. So that was always like the best time of the year, and especially when you're a kid, 10 weeks, it's like an eternity. So I have so many good memories from sommarlov, summer break. Skola. School. Ingen skola på 3 månader. Ingen skola på 3 månader. no school for 3 months. I guess those are the summer break, those 3 months. Or maybe you take a gap semester and you have even more than 3 months. But I mean, I used to really like school, but still there's something about just having the time off and do whatever you want, and just take a break from studies. It's, I guess studies are, for me, it's fun, but challenging. And probably challenging for all of us. Vad är ditt huvudämne? Vad är ditt huvudämne? What is your major? In university, you have a major, and maybe in high school, actually, you have a major too, in Sweden. But in high school, it's a lot that is similar. I don't think it's until university that it makes like a super big difference. But it's fun to get to choose something more specific, and maybe you'll even get rid of some classes that you don't like, and you get to choose your major. Har du gjort klart dina läxor? Har du gjort klart dina läxor? Did you finish your homework? I always try to do my homework like immediately if I can, like immediately coming home from school, or maybe even with friends before leaving, because I found it so hard to like get back to the books if I started playing or doing something else fun with friends. So maybe that's a little tip for you, a recommendation. Get them done as soon as possible. Maybe you have found a way to get your homework done, a way that makes it easier for you. Vi är i samma klass. Vi är i samma klass. We're in the same class. Maybe you have a friend from your neighborhood, from where you live, or from other activity or something, and you get back to school and you realize that you're in the same class this year. I mean, here in Sweden, you don't change classes that often. You do like, I think after like 5th grade, and then after like when you go to high school and change schools and stuff. But during the younger years, you don't change classes that often. So it's usually the same people, but maybe now and then you get to find out that a friend is going to be in your class next year, and that's, of course, super fun. More time with friends. Vilka kurser läser du? Vilka kurser läser du? What classes are you taking? This also, I think, I mean, when you're younger, you don't get to choose the classes, but in university and as you get older, you get to mix and match a little bit, maybe choose what you prefer, what you have most fun with, or what you need to reach a specific goal, maybe. And that's also a situation when you get to study with different people and kind of have a new class, like new classmates for a little while if you have some different classes. Could be fun, could be challenging. Okay, everybody, that was the end of today's class. I hope if you get back to school after this summer, or like when you get back to school next time, or maybe you have friends or even kids of friends or something. Maybe you know someone who's getting back to school. Maybe you're lucky enough to know a Swedish person who's going back to school, and you can use some of these phrases. I hope you have a good holiday if you're on holiday, or a good time in school or at work. See you next time, and remember to comment, like, and subscribe to this video, and head over to SwedishPod101.com to learn even more of this amazing Swedish language. I'm not biased at all. Bye bye!